The 10th day of Jeremy's internship began with an ominous silence that every employee at the Intergalactic Bureau recognized, the calm before a cosmic disaster. The cafeteria lights flickered, the oxygen vents trembled, and the loudspeakers blared the most dreadful announcement yet. Attention all personnel! Today is the Bureau's annual karaoke day. Attendance is mandatory. Participation is inevitable. Jeremy froze, halfway through his cereal bar. Karaoke? He whispered. I just broke reality last night. Can we not sing it apart today? Glorx, the tentacled HR manager, floated past, waving a stack of participation forms. Singing builds interspecies harmony, he said cheerfully. Or at least it used to, until last year's incident with the screaming nebula. Jeremy sighed. He had survived alien talent shows, malfunctioning coffee machines, and paradox paperwork. But karaoke? That was true terror. By afternoon, the Bureau's auditorium had transformed again, this time into a glowing musical arena. Holographic disco lights pulsed like neutron stars. The stage shimmered with zero-gravity glitter. A sign above the door flashed, "Sing like the universe is listening." The first act was a crystalline entity named Zalara, whose singing voice could split atoms, and unfortunately the auditorium's ceiling. When she hit the high note, several interns had to duck under desks to avoid falling light fixtures. Next came a group performance by the Data Drones Choir, a swarm of singing robots that harmonized in binary code. Their rendition of "We Will Debug You" was technically perfect, but emotionally disturbing. Jeremy sat in the front row, sweating through his Earth suit. Glorx approached with a smile that could curdle milk. "You are next, intern," he announced. "Me?" Jeremy gasped. "I am from Earth. We do karaoke only under extreme social pressure or after excessive pizza." But it was too late. The spotlight was already on him. A microphone floated toward his trembling hands. The audience of aliens leaned forward, waiting to see what sound this fragile Earth creature would produce. Jeremy's brain raced. What could he possibly sing to impress a crowd that included sentient asteroids, plasma beings, and an artificial intelligence with perfect pitch? Then he remembered an old Earth classic, one so universal, so deeply human that maybe, just maybe, it could reach them. He took a deep breath and began. "Don't stop. Believe in..." The audience tilted their heads, confused at first. But as Jeremy's voice cracked through the first chorus, something strange happened. The room began to glow. A rhythm pulsed through the floor, syncing with the heartbeat of 1,000 species. Even the grumpy vending machine started tapping along. Encouraged, Jeremy sang louder. The holographic lights shifted into waves of color. Energy rippled through the walls. The bureau director, who hadn't smiled since the galactic budget crisis, began swaying slightly in his chair. By the second chorus, the entire crowd joined in, each species adding its own version of harmony. The plasma beings hummed in ultraviolet frequencies. The data drones auto-tuned themselves. Glorx waved his tentacles like glow sticks. For the first time in Bureau history, every being sang the same song together. The music resonated so powerfully that it spread across dimensions, echoing through wormholes and bouncing off distant moons. In a nearby galaxy, an unsuspecting alien civilization suddenly found itself dancing uncontrollably. In another, an asteroid started spinning in rhythm. The entire cosmos was having a musical moment it had never agreed to, but couldn't escape. Then, disaster struck. Jeremy, caught up in the euphoria, attempted a key change. A very bad key change. The sound that emerged defied all known frequencies. It shattered 3 microphones, melted 1 speaker, and caused time itself to hiccup. Reality wobbled like jelly. The disco ball transformed into a small black hole. The lyrics began floating around as physical text, orbiting Jeremy's head. Somewhere in the chaos, a voice cried, "He hit the forbidden note!" The Bureau scrambled into emergency mode. Alarms blared. The AICORA shouted, Dimensional breach detected. Deploy the karaoke containment protocol. But before panic could consume them, something miraculous occurred. The black hole began humming along in perfect pitch. Reality stabilized. The crowd cheered louder than ever before. Jeremy took a bow, dazed but smiling. He had accidentally united the universe with a wrong note. The bureau director floated to the stage, holding a glowing silver plaque. "For extraordinary courage in vocal experimentation," the director declared, "and for creating the first pan-dimensional sing-along, we award Jeremy from Earth the Bureau Medal of Melodic Valor." The crowd erupted into applause, confetti, and spontaneous harmonies. Glorx dabbed at his eyes with a tentacle tissue. "You've made us proud," he sniffed. "Also, please sign this waiver in case your next song causes another cosmic event." Jeremy looked around at his bizarre interstellar co-workers, their smiling faces, and the slightly smoking equipment. For the first time, he felt like he belonged. Maybe, just maybe, he was no longer just the intern from Earth. He was the voice that broke the universe, but made it dance again. As the night ended and the stars outside flickered in rhythm, Jeremy whispered to himself, "If karaoke can unite galaxies, maybe Mondays aren't so bad after all." If this story made you laugh, sing, or question the safety of karaoke nights everywhere, share it with your friends and family, especially those who have ever been forced to perform at an office event. Because whether you're on Earth or in another galaxy, one thing never changes. Someone, somewhere, is singing off-key and causing chaos. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more adventures from across the universe.